All right, Sunday morning, a little brisky out here. Um, this morning, yesterday, Saturday, I got this in the mail. I ordered this transducer, slide transducer. Normally this is a 75 millimeter one. As you can see here, 75 millimeter. But normally these are pretty expensive, but I actually got this one, believe it or not, off of Walmart or from Walmart for guess what? 14 bucks. And I saw one, it was a 255 millimeter slide transducer for, I think it was 35 bucks. So this is actually pretty good. So what it is it reads position. These are on the machines that I work on at work, um, injection mold machines. They read the position of the clamp and the sled. Um, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hook these up to. I'm going to hook this up to my Arduino and read the position, because if I can get the position off of this um, individually, there's no need for all that bear tracker garbage. I don't see, because I can get my cycle times and everything simply by the opening and closing of this transducer. Okay, so project begins with hooking this up. It has 4 inlets or pins, whatever you want to call them. One is for ground, which is the bottom, which we're not going to use. Then I have 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3 uh, are the ones we're going to use. Have some jumpers here. We're going to start with 1 and 3. 1 and 3 are our um, voltage. I'm going to put white on positive, or what I want to be positive, and I'm going to put a black on what I'm going to use for ground. I can always reverse the polarity if my measurements come out backwards. Then I'm going to put my brown wire on um, my wiper. Since this is a transducer, that's what it has. It has it has turning my computer back on. Computer went off. I'm going to use computer in a minute. What this is a Hall effect sensor in here. What a Hall effect sensor does is measure a magnetic field between the magnet itself, or the reader, and the magnet, or the magnet strip. Um, so we've got those hooked up. So here we go. 1 and 3 are, and this is new, so it's probably gonna not fit the first time. Never does it? All right, there you go. Log into the computer over here. All right. Now what we're gonna do is on Arduino. It's upside down. Have 5 volts and a ground, and I'm gonna use pin AO for analog read. So I'm hooking my white up to 5 volts. That's what I'm doing here. And then I'm going to hook my black into ground. And then I'm going to hook my brown into AO. Alright, that's what I'm going to do. Everything's connected. I'm going to hook my USB in and plug that into the computer. You can see the Arduino starts to blink, because it has some kind of code on it. We're not sure what the code is, because you can't look at an Arduino and tell what the code is. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come over and code it ourselves. There you go. Can you see that? That's the basic Arduino sketch. We already have it pulled up. Let me make sure you can see. Yeah, you should be able to see, because I can't see what you can see. All right, so what we're gonna do first is these these lines on the side are just they're just reminders. Those are reminder statements. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a serial. Well, gotta put a capital S. Serial dot begin. I'm doing this with one hand, and we want to read our serial at 9600 baud. That's our baud rate. That's how fast the information is coming through the COM port, essentially. And that's all we need to do for right there for this for our setup setup our serial setup. That's all we need. All right. The next thing is what we're gonna do is we're gonna declare what we're gonna do, and what we want to do is we want to initialize. I say initialize. It's just stating a variable for here. I want to initialize this arbitrary statement, which is position. I want to say position. I want position to equal AO. It's got to be a capital A. Let's do this. I want to do A. And that way I just go back in here and just put AO. All right. And then we want to put a semicolon at the end of here. I have to put a semicolon at the end of every one. All right. So now what we want to do is we want to use real numbers. We don't want to use integers. So we want to float. See it changed color. That's good. Float. Wait a minute. Missing something. Position equals. Okay, I forgot to put analog read. I gotta make it read. And I knew it looked kind of short. Analog. And then capital R read is AO. There you go. Position equals analog read AO. Then we want to float, and we're going to use another arbitrary name, P state. Equals what we're going to say position, but position is actually AO. We just declared that equals position times. Remember, we were reading voltage on here. That's 5 volts. Times 5.0 divided by 1023 is our maximum. That's our maximum number. And we gotta end the line here. Then what we're gonna do is we want to delay the time. Delay. That's not how you spell delay though. Delay. Then we want to delay time. These are milliseconds. We want to make this. We'll just say 500 is a half a second. We want to delay it by a half a second. I want to put a semicolon. Now what we want to do is we want to check this. I don't want to save it. Are you still there? Still recording? Yeah. All right, we don't want to save it. We want to check it to see if it's right. It's checking. You can see a little green bar here going across. Hopefully everything's right. It's taking longer than what it normally does. Serial dot begin 900 setup. Yeah, it should read. I'm not sure why it's taking so long. All right, so that's good. So let me put you right here. Let me put you right here. And then we're gonna open up the COM port. This is the serial monitor. We're gonna open it up. And what it should be doing is reading the position. No, I'm sorry. That's not right. We want to upload it first. We don't want to save it. We just want to upload it. And now we want to open up the COM port. And it should be reading. Oh, forgot. It's not reading anything. Why isn't it reading anything? Because we didn't print. We need to serial dot print ln equals, we want to print p state. P state equals then we want to end that line. We want to check it. We don't want to save it. We just want to check it. All right, now we want to upload it. And when we upload it now, we go to serial, we're going to open that. And see, now we're getting on here. But what we're getting are, that's voltage. That's not the actual position, because what we want to do is we want to get 75 millimeters out of here. So now we're going to have to do some math. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to change this. We want to increment in one in increments. And then we want to take this serial print line off. We want to add another serial print. On a serial print dot print and then we want to print what we want to print the position. We got to put this in parentheses, quotes. Serial print position. Now in that parentheses, and then in that line, and then that's gonna serial print. We're gonna get the word position, and then we're gonna get p state. And then after that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put millimeters behind it. Serial dot print, and then I'm gonna put parentheses. I'm gonna put a space. No, I don't want to put a space. I want to put and then put millimeters in quotes, and then I want to put a space after position. Okay. Now let's upload it. See what we get. It shouldn't get the voltage anymore because at first we were reading voltage. Missing something. Okay, we're missing the. We want to end it. At first we were getting voltage, but by dividing this by 1, we should get increment statuses in 1, all the way up to, I'm assuming 75 millimeters is what I'm aiming for. So we're going to open up the COM port. Reading. Oh, one thing we didn't do. We want to LN, which would mean end the line. I want to upload it again. Don't save. Now we're going to read the COM port. Should go down. Okay. And you say, well, it went to 0.70. It's only going up to 98. Well, it looks like we need another algorithm. So what I'm going to do is multiply this function, because that's putting me in negative or up under a 0. So what I'm going to do is multiply this again times 75 millimeters, the entire 75. So what that should do is, instead of it's giving me a maximum number of 1, I want to multiply that so I get a maximum number of 75, which is how big the transducer is. So let's upload that. And we're going to read the COM port. All right, now I'm at 73, but that's my max. That's max. Let's go 76. Oops. Let's go 76.5. 76. I'm going to give it another millimeter and a half. 76.5. And then upload it. Don't save it. Let it upload. And after that uploads, we'll read the COM port. Let's read the COM port. Now, my max is 74.8 is my max, and my low is 0.3. If I keep playing around with the algorithm, or if I pulled out a piece of paper and actually did the mathematics, I can get it to read exact 0 and exact 75. But I'm fine with this for right now. My next step is to read this out via transmit, and then I want to read this to Wi-Fi, so it'll read over, and then I want to time how long it is on 0 and how long it stays on 75, or within the range of 75, so I can get a cycle time out of that. So that's where I am, programming the Arduino to read a slide transducer for positioning. That's what this video was about. So I'm getting ready to go eat breakfast now. I rolled out of bed, came out on the porch, cleaned up, or swept the porch off, and now I'm about to start my day. Go Falcons later on. See you guys. Good programming.